Hello and welcome to Crafty Learns Spanish. Today we're going to look at something I've been putting off because it's good to learn together. First we're going to look at plurals and how we use them with nouns, words. And obviously we're going to look at adjectives and how we put them together with these nouns, and then also with plurals. So it's you have to do it together. I think it's easier, it's less confusing. If you do it separately, you have a bit more of a problem. So we're gonna have a quick look at the rule. When you have a noun that is put a quick noun at the end here, for example, and it ends in a vowel, for example, a word playa. If you want to say beach, which means beach, obviously, remember, we're going to the beach, vamos a la playa. And if you want to say beaches, playas, like that. Simple as that. It's not difficult. Now, so if we look at a word which ends in a consonant, like opinion or opinion, I haven't put the accent here because when you add the plural, es, or es, opiniones, ones, you get that accent at the end there because it's the penultimate syllable. So opiniones, and you have that. So these are how you make the plurals. So if it's got a vowel, put s. If it's in a consonant, put es. That's not too bad to learn. So that's the little rule. You'll learn it quickly, it's not difficult, but you have to know that before we start to look at adjectives, because it also ties in with the gender issue we looked at the other day. Okay, and we're gonna do that. So there you go, that's plurals. Put s and es. Okay, so we're gonna just get rid of this. Oh, it's gone. How cruel is this word? So now we're going to look at an adjective. An adjective obviously describes a noun, or so for example, the beautiful sky, the wonderful people. Well, I don't know about that, but they're awesome. And things like that. So these wonderful, beautiful, lovely, bad, all these adjective, descriptive words we use, we have to learn how to do it in Spanish, basically. How it changes, because it does change. So we're gonna look at, let's look at this one. Beautiful woman. Okay, so you have the word beautiful woman. Now in Spanish, generally, and it's not an equivocal statement, it's not in every case because there are a few exceptions, like everything, just to mess with us, to put a few exceptions. But generally we have to switch it around. This has to go first and this has to go after. So a woman, for example, mujer, and good looking or beautiful. Well, you can say there's two words. Well, you can say beautiful woman. You can say hermosa. Sorry. Okay, but they don't usually say that a lot. There's a word bonita, which is more like cute, I think. But generally the word used, and this is for Spain, I kind of sure, is guapa. Okay, so mujer guapa is a beautiful woman. And of course, if you want to put a beautiful woman, una mujer guapa. Okay, so that's just if you want to put a. And you see, so now at the end of this is where what we've done is we've had to make it agree with the noun. So this is an idea of agreement. If it doesn't agree, it doesn't make sense, or it's an insult. Because this is for female. If you said guapo, I don't know, somebody might take offense. I don't know. I've never tried it. I'll try it for you, and if I'm here next video, then I haven't taken offense. So, oh, there you go. So it's guapa. Get rid of that. And it would never be. So you have to change. For example, some might not have to change. I'm trying to think of an example. It's funny off the top of your head. For example, inteligente. Now that doesn't change. See, because it's not a o. So un hombre inteligente, una mujer inteligente, it's the same. So it doesn't really matter. But when it begins in an o or and you'll find them out because we'll be seeing them as we go along. But guapa, and we'll take this off. And if you want to say beautiful woman, now if you remember, we have to put es on here, mujeres guapas. Okay, so we add an s to this, and I'm just trying to think if there is an adjective that ends in a consonant. If not, it would probably follow the same rule that we would follow the nouns. Don't worry about that, because when you try to think of something, it doesn't come. So I'll have a think about that, and if I can find one, maybe we'll see it in some other video, because there's always an exception. It'll just never occur to you until you use it. But if in doubt, use the rule. Okay, so there what we've done is put mujeres guapas. Okay, so that's how we did it. So let's make a little statement. You've got to learn. I am going to talk with the beautiful woman. Okay. Now, put am. That would help. So I am going to talk with the beautiful woman. You should know this. Okay, so practice it. Remember this we looked at. We've seen this. If you don't know, I don't know if we've seen this, but not this is con, as in pros and cons. You know, so with in Spanish is con, and we've just done this, so you know this. You should know this because we looked at it and the gender thing. So have you looked? So we're gonna have to say it. So this is voy a hablar con la, you have to say mujer guapa. Okay, voy a hablar con una mujer guapa. So you have to change it around a bit. Okay, now if you put this, the beautiful women, as in plural, voy a hablar con las mujeres guapas. Voy a hablar con las mujeres guapas, because we're making this plural, and this has to be plural as well. Okay, if you don't know what that is, I think we looked at it, but las for it's, I'll just write it here, las for feminine, los masculine. Okay, so for the women out there, if there's any that you would not say this, but for example, good, you don't say beautiful, but good looking men, or handsome, or do you call it? It's the same, it's guapo with O. So For those ladies out there, I'm going to talk with a good-looking man. Voy a hablar con los hombres, which is men, guapos. Voy a hablar con los hombres guapos. Oh, right. So there you go. So this is the basic way of talking with adjectives and get rid of that. Sorry, and nouns and plurals. So you know you've got your vocabulary's getting there. You know how to structure it. So what about it if we ask? And I think I'll just, for my comfort's sake, say beautiful women. A woman. So if we ask a question, are you? How do we say that? Are you going to talk with the beautiful woman? ¿Vas a hablar con la mujer guapa? ¿Sí? ¿Vas a hablar con la mujer guapa? If you wanted to make it a negative question, are you not? How do you do that? You know how to do this? Have a practice? And what we did say is, no vas a hablar con la mujer guapa? No, I'm very shy. Soy muy tímido. Very shy. Tímido is shy. Yeah, so that's an adjective for you. Let's put it. And it's timid with an O on the end. Tímido. Tímido. Soy muy, and muy, very. Muy, very. Soy muy tímido. Okay. So as you say, when you describe yourself, you put it after the verb. So soy muy tímido is that. If we say a group, somos, we are muy tímidos. We are very, not muth, we're not doing German yet. Oh, that's mit. Muy tímidos. Okay. Say you're a bunch of men, you would say somos muy tímidos. Okay. But what if you're a bunch of women? Because this is this is the thing. So we'll get the handsome man back. Handsome men. Okay. You say, are you not? And what is that again? No vas a hablar con, oh yeah, I can even spell it in English. No vas a hablar con los hombres guapos. And you would say, no. Now it's women. So generally, if you're all women, you say somos muy tímidas. Okay. Now, okay, I probably haven't picked the best example for this, but if you're a mixed group, if you're a mixed group, you would probably use it generally masculine. But if you're a group, say you're gay, maybe you would put in the tímidas. Also, it's a very, it's very strange boundaries. So I'm not gonna dictate what you should say. But if it's a group of women talking, generally they say tímidas. Somos muy tímidas. Okay. And this has to agree because it's plural with this. So okay, so an adjective also agrees if you're just using it with the verb. For example, what we used before, inteligentes. Somos muy inteligentes. Put the E in the S. Yeah. And that's it. It doesn't matter with that one. But okay. So let's just have a quick recap. So you've got the plurals, which is good, and you know that you have an adjective. It goes after. Let's just get the beautiful woman back. If I can spell it. Woman. Okay. And we'll just make it similar. So are you going to speak with the woman? Vas a hablar con la mujer guapa. Okay, and in Spanish you have to do this. I always forget, but no, I'm going to say soy. Soy muy tímido. Because I am. No, soy muy tímido. I'm very shy. I'm very shy. So we know that agreement is very important. Okay? Everything has to agree. And if it doesn't agree, you're going to get a problem, you know? So you have to use the proper, what they call article, or either the, el, la, or el. The proper, well, the word is alright, but the proper adjective and the ending. So sometimes you'll be lucky and you don't have to use this, but other times, if it ends with an O or a, you know you have to change it compared to this. Now, just because this is a woman doesn't mean anything. So, for example, la mesa, the table, the well, I would say the beautiful table. It wouldn't be guapa, but you know what I mean. It would be bonita or something like that. La mesa bonita, la mesa bonita. Okay. You have to agree. An agreement is the important thing. Okay, so even if we have to put them in plural with the women, and for English it's really easy. We just change one, but this is where it becomes a bit more difficult. Vamos a hablar con las mujeres guapas. No, soy muy tímido. Okay, las mujeres guapas. Las mujeres guapas. Las mujeres guapas. Try and speak slowly. Sometimes I speak a bit fast and it sounds a bit mumbled. Try to speak slowly. Always speak slowly and clearly. Las mujeres guapas. Because when you speak slowly and clearly, later on when you speak quickly, it sounds better. You know, because you're more practiced at it. If you practice quickly at the beginning, it sounds horrible. So you don't want to do that. Definitely not. Okay? So this is what I want you to get from this. This is idea of agreement. Okay? And when it comes to other things, when we start to make, like we've made sentences, are you going to talk with a beautiful woman? No. Soy muy tímido. Or you can say, soy no puedo. I cannot. No puedo. If you remember that. No puedo. Soy muy tímido. No puedo. I cannot. I can't. I'm very timid, very shy. No puedo. Yeah. ¿Puedes hablar con las mujeres guapas? ¿Puedes hablar? What am I saying there? Can you speak with the beautiful women? Can you speak with the beautiful women? ¿Puedes hablar con las mujeres guapas? Yo sí. No soy tímido. Yes. I'm not shy. Sí, no soy tímido, no soy tímido. No soy tímido. Now I think, you see, maybe there's tímido. I think there's an accent here. Tímido. No soy muy tímido. Because it sounds to me when I learn it, you see, I don't know where the accents are when you write things down. That's the result of my bad education, you see. I learned it the wrong way. And this is what I'm trying to correct, you see. Now I take more care because of this series. I take more care with the accents. Because when you hear them, I'm looking for accents now. And that's, you know, so this series has helped me. So that's right there, it's correct. Okay. So what I want you to do from this is when you learn new adjectives and new words, practice with don't just practice the word as in a singular, practice it plural as well. Because this is what you don't do. You might get a new word like coche, for example, and that would be el coche, the car, okay, car. And usually you get, actually when you're learning, you get these, they always put the article, where we would just put car, they put the article as well. And the article is very important because they use it a lot in Spanish, and obviously I'm not kind of talking about that now, but in general later on we'll be going deeper into it. But you know, we're doing this bit by bit, you know, so you're able to make a little sentence, and you're able to put a word in it, and you're able to put an adjective, you know, and you're able to say a negative or a positive response to that if you want. Anyway, so el coche, sorry I went off my track there. El coche, don't just learn el coche, okay, because you're going to learn, you have to learn, what do you call it, los coches también. So when you learn a word, don't just okay, you're going to say el coche, but also say el coche, los coches, el coche, los coches, because you've got two different sounds here. This is el and los. Okay, so los coches, because sometimes you're not practicing this, you don't get it in your head. And after plenty of times where, because you've heard the L a lot of times, you forget. It's like a different word, this coches, apart from coche, you see. So you forget a lot, and sometimes you say, oh, los, oh no. So practice it with both. That is my best advice I can give you. Okay, well, so I think we'll finish it there. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them at the bottom, and I'll try and answer them as quickly as I can. And I hope you have a good one. Take care. Bye bye.